Good morning, children. We have discussed about different functions in list, that is built-in functions in list. Built-in functions are those functions which are which we can use without importing it. The other functions which are not built in, to use those functions we have to import those its library. Since built-in functions are inside the Python itself, so no need of importing these functions. So we have discussed some of the built-in functions, and let us discuss the rest of the built-in function. So the next built-in function, last class we have discussed about extend function and append. Now the next function is insert function. So insert function can be used to insert an element or object at a specified index. This function takes two arguments: the index where an item or object is to be inserted and the item or element itself. So we have studied about append and extend, which is also inserting an element, but extend was to insert a list and append was to insert an element. So both extend and append is also inserting, but the difference is that in insert function we can insert an element at any position of the list, but in case of extend and append the element is inserted only at the end of the list. So in those functions, in append and extend, inside the function only one parameter was given, but parameter or argument. In insert function we can insert in any place, so we need two arguments. The two arguments are the index number where we have to insert the element and the value to be inserted. In extend and append only we needed the value to be inserted because the insertion takes place at the end only, but in case of insert function we can insert at any point. So the argument to the insert function, that is what all things are to be passed inside the function, is called argument. So inside the insert function the index position and the value is given. Index position is the index where the value is to be inserted and the value is the element to be inserted. So the syntax is list name dot insert in bracket the arguments, the index number comma value. So list name is the name of the list in which we have to perform insertion. Then index number is the index where the new value is to be inserted, at which position the value is to be inserted, and value is the new value to be inserted in the list. Now let us see an example. Here we have a list called names. Here you can see hash insert function is written, that is anything which is written after the hash will not be executed by the interpreter. So we have a list names equal to a list of names. Names are strings, So it is always enclosed in single quotes or double quotes. Then we have the function to insert. We want to insert a name Deepak at index position 2. So always list starts from index position 0. So at index position 2 we have to insert a name Deepak. So let us see how to write the statement. So we can write list name dot insert. So here we have studied the syntax list name dot insert. Likewise here we will write names, which is the list name, names dot insert in bracket the two arguments. First one is the index position, that is 2, and the value to be inserted. Value to be inserted is a name Deepak. So what happens? The next statement is print in bracket the list. That is to be printed. The list name of the list is names. So when we print that, what happens is the new value to be inserted, that is Deepak, will be inserted at index position 2. Index position 2 means third value in the list, as a third value in the list. That is Vinay is at index position 0, then Sonia is at index position 1, then at second position, at index position 2, the value Deepak will be inserted. So you can see the new value Deepak is inserted at index position 2. So you can see a comparison between append and insert. So here we have a list L1 equal to, in square brackets, as a list 10, 20, 30, 40. Then L1 dot append. In append function, the data given is again a list. So a list will be appended in L1, and now append L1 will become a nested list, because in append function just an element is added. So this list will be considered as a single element. So a list containing two values 50, 60 is appended at the end of the list. So L1, when we print L1, the output will be a list containing values 10, 20, 30, 40, comma, in bracket the new value, that is a list 50, 60. Now we have a list 1 is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and we are inserting a value 25 at index position 2. So list 1 dot insert in bracket 2, 25. So when we print list 1, since it is written in interpreter mode, we are not writing as print list 1. Likewise, we have written here, because this is written in script mode. So in script mode, we have to write print to print a display anything. But in case of interpreter mode, we do not have to write print. Just by writing the variable name and pressing the enter key will display the data. So when we print list 1, the list will be displayed. So in list 1, name of the list is list 1. So in list 1, what happens? At index position 2, 25 is inserted. At index position 2, the value 25 is inserted. You can see at index position 0, 10, at index position 1, 20, at position 2, 25. Then consider another example. of inserting an element at first position. So first position means 0. List always starts from index position 0. So list 1, that is name of the list, dot insert in bracket 2 parameters, that is index position comma value. So index position is for first value, for first position index position will be 0 comma we are inserting the value 5. So we will write list 1 dot insert in bracket 0 comma 5. So at first position a value 5 will be inserted. So 5, 10, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50. The next built-in function is reverse function. So by its name itself we can identify that the reverse function will reverse the order of the elements in the list. It will reverse the order of the elements in a list. So the reverse function in Python reverses the order of the elements in a list. This function reverses the item of the list. It replaces a new value in place of an item that already exists in the list. It does not create a new list. After reversing the list, the reversing is performed in the same list itself. Not a new list is not created containing the reversed order of the elements, but instead of that the reversing is performed in the same list itself. So you can see an example. We have a list 1 is equal to 24, 56, 10, 99, 28, 90. These are the elements in a list. So when we perform reverse function in list 1 dot reverse, then what happens is the order of the elements in list 1 is changed or reversed. So the element which is in the last index position will come at the first position. So 90 will come at the first, then in the second last will come at second position, third last will come at third position. So the reversing of the order of the element will take place. So when we print list 1, now you can see first the list 1 had all these values in this order: 24, 56, 10, 99, 28, 90. After reversing, when we print list 1, you can see the order of the elements are changed: 90, 28, 99, 10, 56, 24. That is, reverse function will make change in the same list itself. It will not create a new copy of the list. Even append function or extend function or insert function, we are making change in the same list itself. A new copy of the list is not created. The change made is done in the same list itself. So let us see another example containing strings as the elements. So we have a list containing strings. So our name of the list is names equal to, list is always represented in square brackets. Since all the elements in the list are strings, names, we will enclose it in single quotes. So Vinay, Sonia, Shaurya, Radhika, these are the element names. So when we reverse this, also in reverse function there is no arguments. Inside the reverse function there is no arguments. You can see in reverse function we are not giving any values. That is, In reverse function, no arguments are to be passed. But in case of other functions that we have studied, insert function has values in it. That is, it has arguments are passed to the insert function. Also, in case of extend function and append function also, we are passing arguments. We are passing some values into the function. So, arguments are the values that are given inside the function. So, if insert is a function, 2, 25 are the arguments. So, in a reverse function, we are not giving any arguments. In reverse function, we are not giving any arguments. So, let us see, when we reverse this, you can see the value at index, last index is now at index position 1, 0, and the first value is at last index position. First value reached the last index position. Now, next function is the index function. The index function in Python returns the index of the first matched item from the list. It returns the first occurrence of an item for which the index position is to be searched for in the list. If the element is not present, value error is generated. So, we have a function called index function. So, this have a value in a list. We know a value in a list and we want to find the index of that or the index position of that particular value. For that, we can use this index function. By passing the value into the index function, we can get the corresponding index position of that value. So, if that particular value is not present in the list, then it will generate an error called value error. So, the syntax of this index function is name of the list dot index in bracket the value for which the index is to be found out. So, let us see, we have a list of numbers. So, we have a list called list equal to, in square brackets, the name containing different values. Then list dot index in bracket an element whose index is to be found out. Suppose we have to find out the index value of number 15, which is an element of this list. So, we know that we have the function index function to find out the index value of a particular element in a list. So, we can write name of the list, that is list dot index in bracket the element whose index is to be found out. So, we write 15 because we have to find out the index of 15. So, when we print it, you can see the output obtained is 2 because 15 is at index position 2. 15 is at index position 2. If we have more than one 15, suppose we have 2 elements as 15, then it will, Python interpreter will retrieve the first matching element, first matching elements index. So, if there are 2 or 3 more than one same value, then it will return the index value of the first matching element. So, the first elements matching elements, index will be returned if same value is repeated more than once. Let us see. We have a string x equal to, in single quotes, x is a string. So the string is always enclosed in single quotes. X is equal to python, Python. Then when we print x dot index in bracket t. So t is an element of x. So it will retrieve, index function will return the index position of the element t. So p is at index position 0, y is at index position 1, t is at index position 2. So in a string also, the elements, each character is represented with an index position. Like list, in string also each character, that is p, y, t, all are characters in a string. So each character is represented based on an index position. So index function will return the index position of a character in a string. So it will return the character in a string index position of t as 2, because t is at index position 2. Now we have another list x. X is equal to containing 3 strings. India, my country. So print x dot index in bracket India. So India is a parameter argument passed to the function index. So index function will return the index position of the string India. So in list x, x dot index means from list x we have to find out the index of string India. So in list x, India is at index 0. So it will return the index position as 0. Okay, thank you children. Next built-in functions we will discuss in the next class.